Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, kid finds a bike in my backyard, mom goes berserk when I take it back. Mother pushed me to go on vacation with her sister so we could bond knowing that this will be anything but a vacation. Entitled parents at a grocery store. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Kid finds a bike in my backyard, mom goes berserk when I take it back. Backstory. I'm a single parent, I have a beautiful girl that's turning 5 in August. The past year I have been fighting with ex that tried to keep my kid away from me. Lawyers aren't cheap, and being single doesn't exactly help with my finances. Couple of months ago I won the lawsuit and I finally got to have my kid at my home again. For the past few weeks she was saying she wanted a bicycle, but still recovering from the lawsuit bills, I wasn't able to afford it. Past week I got my summer bonus, which finally gave me the financial boost I needed. So yesterday I finally was able to buy my little girl her bike she wanted so badly. I enjoyed my time with her riding our bikes, but then it was getting time for dinner, which I still had to make. So we head back home and park the bikes in the backyard. We go inside and I start making dinner. After about 10 minutes I spot movement in the corner of my eye through the kitchen window, that's on the side of the house. I see this kid, guessing 6 or 7 years old, just casually strolling by with the brand new bike I just got today. My heart dropped, and I run to the front door hoping I'd catch him before he rides away. I was lucky I did. I yanked the bike out of his hands, and freaked out to him saying it was mine and he had no right to just walk into other people's backyard to take things. I was pissed. I force him to get TF off my property, and set the bike inside my front halfway, thinking it's over. Boy, was I wrong. After comforting my little girl that never saw me this mad, poor thing, I returned to the kitchen to continue making dinner. 15 minutes later, doorbell rings. It's the kid and his evil mother. You give my boy this bike back. He found it. It's his. Me, he found it in my backyard. I got it for my kid today. You should try teaching your kid some manners, he shouldn't trespass on other people's property to take their things. Don't tell my how raise my kid. Give me the bike back or I'm calling the police. Me, laughs, call the police. And I slam the door in her face. By this point my 4-year-old is crying her eyes out, and I get to comfort her again, as she's thinking she's losing her brand new bike. Her sobbing finally over, I try continuing to make dinner, yet again. Preparations done, I'm about to put is all on the stove, doorbell. I flip out, storm to the door, violently open it, getting ready to just explode into the B*TCH's face. Guess what? She actually called the cops. I instantly calm down when I see it's the police and invite one of the 2 officers inside while the other stays with the evil woman. I explain the situation and show him the box the bike came in, along with the receipt that has my name on it. He shrugs and apologized for the inconvenience, assured me I won't be bothered again. I let him out and closed the door with a smug smile on my face. I check the front window to see what's happening, and I see her go into full tantrum. It ends with her into handcuffs and on the back seat of the patrol car. Bye Felicia. Don't know what happened to her, and I don't care. I finally finished dinner, and my kid still has her bike. That's all that matters to me. Boy, what a day. That's downright stealing. Hey, I'm sending my kid to take your shit. No, that would be stealing. Oh well, but he's a good kid and got good grades and he just found it. Some people got nerves, but I think you dealt with it pretty well. These kind of people sure got a problem. Thanks, and yeah, I don't understand how people can be so oblivious to how reality works. It's a shame they don't have brains to go with them, they might learn something. I'm calling the police for stealing a stolen item that my kid stole, who was a thief who stole a stolen item that you stole back. You should press charges for theft. If she is your neighbor, and you don't do this, she may attempt to steal it again out of spite. I don't have to. The cops already registered it as an attempted theft. I can't be bothered with this shit again. I don't get the audacity of some people. I had a bike on my front porch next to the window that's right next to our couch. Anyway, some guy 8 at night walked up onto our porch and stole the thing with me right on the couch lights on. Joke's on the idiot. The front wheel was missing bolts, was planning on getting it fixed, so he didn't go far before it breaking beneath him. Keep the bike inside, and impress it on your daughter to do so. Also get a lock for it. I live in the city, and unless I'm on it my bike, it's in my living room. You can be sure. That bike isn't going outside again without me standing next to it. I am sorry, but you got to be a special form of dumb to call the cops on someone for stealing something you stole from them in the first place. This happened to my sister-in-law. Some lady stole their cat. When it went missing, they asked all the neighbors, and she said she hadn't seen it. Her husband was able to see into her backyard and saw their cat. So he hopped the fence and got her. Later, they hear a knock at the door, and it's the cops with the lady saying they stole her cat. My sister-in-law, ever being the documentarian of the family, whips out 2 years of photos of them with the cat. The lady was pissed. Her reasoning was that she said the cat was uncared for and malnourished, but she was just small cat. People are wild. She probably grew up doing this and then claiming finders keepers, and her parents let her get away with it. Mother pushed me to go on vacation with her sister so we could bond, knowing that this will be anything but a vacation. I, F24, haven't been on vacation in many years, so my mother pushed me join my aunt, 47, and cousin, F13, this summer. She promised me a beautiful and relaxing vacation. I didn't say no because I've been through hell and desperately needed some time away. I rarely see my mother's side of the family, but I heard some stories about my cousin's behavior and asked her about that. She assured me that she won't be a problem and that she's all grown up now. My cousin suffers from epilepsy, and my aunt said that the meds she used to take slowed down her brain development, and that's why she is acting more like 8-9-year-old. TBH, I believe that she has other issues, but my aunt seems to be in denial, so no one's saying anything. She has very odd quirks and habits. My aunt lashes out on her 24/7. It's exhausting. They don't shy away from making an ugly scene in public either. It ruins my mood. This was a 4-week vacation. Now imagine being away with 2 people who constantly get into screaming matches. We're leaving today. Thank God. I'm not used to this, and I don't condone rude behavior. I try to ignore the quirks, but she has no manners on top of that. She interrupts people just to tell her mother some random bullshit. I remind her to wait until her mother is done talking, but she ignores me. It makes my blood boil. The list goes on, but I'd sit on this forever if I go into detail. My aunt noticed my mood changes but doesn't understand why and gets mad. I don't get rude or anything, but I keep my distance. I prefer to be left alone when I've been humiliated in a mall. I called my mother to vent, and that's what she had to say: don't complain. That'd upset your aunt. Her daughter is sick and it's not anyone's fault. You need to be the patient one and support your aunt so everyone can have a good time. Edit. No, I didn't know what I was getting into. This was my first vacation with my aunt and cousin. She'd tell me about their beautiful trips, and that's why I agreed. I was promised a relaxing getaway. My kid was diagnosed with epilepsy at 7 months old. She knows how to behave in public, as best as she can for being under 10, she knows how to act when she and I are out. Does she melt down on me at times? Yes. Do I give in to her all the time when she does? %LL no. Why? Because she is far more than her diagnosis. She a member of the Girl Guides, a cat owner, a little sister, an auntie, a friend. The list goes on. I have never let her use her diagnosis as a reason or excuse for her behavior. And BTW, she also has ADHD, pseudo-seizure, and severe anxiety diagnoses. And she's not allowed to use those to justify unruly behavior either. I always remind her that those are diagnoses, not excuses. And I'm trying to turn you into a functional adult, not a spoiled brat. Your ADHD/seizures/anxiety is not an excuse for acting like that. Your aunt and mom suck. I hate when people have kids with one issue and for that reason they think, oh well, then I guess that means I can forego all the other parenting now. Like, how is that connection made? Oh, little Susie had her tonsils out and had to spend one night in the hospital, so we must make an exception for her when it comes to every social rule because she didn't get to have a childhood. She doesn't allow her sons to correct her either. It's crazy. Wow, your mother is a piece of work. At least now you know better than to let her push you into doing anything she promised. Your aunt might be at the end of her rope and completely overwhelmed by caring for her special needs child, but your mother served you up as tribute. She sacrificed your summer and lied to you. Imagine believing you are entitled to offer up your own adult daughter as an unpaid nanny and then getting mad when said daughter isn't grateful for getting screamed at for a month. When your mother says everyone should have a good time, she doesn't mean you, because your happiness doesn't matter. I ignored my mother throughout the vacation. I denied every call and left her on read. She knew what was I getting into but lied. You need to be the patient one and support your aunt so everyone can have a good time. Who, exactly, is having a good time? Tell your mother that you will never vacation with them ever again and no amount of pushing will make it happen. If you made it through 4 weeks, then you have more patience than I do. I'd have made it a week, maybe. Then I'd have packed my stuff and left. That's what stood out to me. Did any of these people actually have a good time? Poor Opie could have had more fun in a locked basement. The aunt is the problem here. You could probably put up with an attention-seeking child if the aunt was any good in being a parent. The constant lashing out and public scenes would stop me spending time with them. Your mom just wants you there to provide relief when she's hit her limit. I suggest you refuse all offers in the future and tell mom that you are not available to support aunt. Hey, you're 24. You're allowed to leave early anytime you want. I couldn't afford to book an early flight back. It's the summer holidays. Tickets are extremely expensive. Your mother is a liar and owes you an apology. I would also be clear that was the last vacation I'd ever take with her. Ignore the gaslighting to come. Entitled parents at a grocery store. So I'm in high school and I have been working at a grocery store as a cashier for about a year now. Now, I see and deal with a lot of BS from customers, but this particular story really grinds my gears. Note, I am generally really good with kids. I let them help bag and sometimes teach them how to ring, let them stand on the mat with me. So it's a Sunday, just after church let out and the store is packed and a bunch of corporate people are in the store because we had officially been open for a month. I am alone at the register, no bagger, just me. A mother, entitled, and her about 3-year-old son get in line. When she starts putting her groceries on the belt, the son starts begging to be put up there, too. I ignore it and continue the order I am on, assuming she has common sense and won't put her kid on the belt. I finish up the last order and turn towards her and, surprise, surprise, see her son on the end of the belt. I turn off the sensor belt because I don't want the belt moving with a kid on it. Here's the interaction from there. Why did you turn the belt off? Me, because your son is sitting on it, and I don't want him to get hurt. He won't get hurt, turn the belt back on so he can ride it. Me, ma'am, I can't do that, even if you believe he won't get hurt, it's still possible and I really don't want to be a part of that happening. At this point a manager is watching, but hasn't intervened. He's not stupid, he won't get hurt. Other cashiers have let him do it before. Me, cool, please take your son off the belt and then we can start your order. Let me speak to your supervisor. I look at my manager and gesture for him to come over. Manager, what is the problem, ma'am? Your cashier won't let my son ride the belt while she rings up my groceries. That's bad customer service. Manager, well, I am glad that she won't let your son ride the belt, he could get hurt, and as a company, we try to avoid preventable customer injuries in our store. Please take your son off the belt and she will gladly start your order. Put the stuff back, I'm reporting the store to corporate. Manager, you're in luck, our front-end corporate supervisor is in the store today, I'll go get him. Oh my dear God, please tell me that supervisor laughed in this crazy chick's face. What an utter moron. Kids, dirty clothes, smelly diapers, on the conveyor where I put my fresh vegetables and consumable groceries. That same parent probably never pushed a child at the park swing set. Great job. People are ignorant. And why husband asks why I put all the produce in bags, he just puts them on the belt. The supermarket I used to work at had bag racks on a Lazy Susan that children constantly tried to climb on and use like a roundabout. Come on, you can't just leave us hanging. What did the guy from corporate say to her? This. We need to know what happened. Did the manager go get him? If they did she complain to the corporate guy, or did she turn tail and scamper away? And when her golden crotch trophy gets hurt, guess who screams lawsuit? I hope she got banned by the corporate supervisor. We need an update. We need to know what happened. Ha ha. That supervisor better have received an honorary medal for dealing with that level of craziness. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.